Look at Moses, a one-man army that drowned the chariots of Pharaoh. Fire by night, the cloud by day. Moses brought bread from heaven. Moses brought them meat the following day as they were asking. This is the same man that commanded the ground to open and swallow people in the witness of all Israel. The gods of Egypt were judged because of this man. Turning the Nile into blood red was nothing to him. Turning the sky, the blue skies, into darkness was nothing to him. And if you could ask any Israel at the time that they were being led by Moses, that is God with you, is God for you? Without hesitation, they will tell you, can't you see what he's doing for us? Haven't you heard the stories? Haven't you heard? Moses became an object of miracles to them. That's why they were happy to worship money, to worship gold. The God that you give gold and he answers. Just like many of us who call ourselves believers. We are happy when they say, bring this much, and he will answer. Don't you see that Aaron, the one who knows God, the one who has seen God, the one who has heard God, the one whom God has spoken to, has created an idol for you to worship? Why do we then blame them when they have pictures of their father on the walls, when we have our own bumper stickers on our cars? Why do we blame them when they have animal skin on their wrists, when we have our own bracelets, whether there's scripture there or there's not? Why do we blame them? Why do we blame them when they go to the graves to worship the dead, when we have pictures of the mighty men of God who once walked in power but they are no more? We too are observing the dead. It was to the same people that God says he will take them to his promise. The same is said to them, I saw that they will never enter my rest. I'm telling you now that whether you are calling yourself a Christian, it really doesn't matter what you call yourself. But if your heart has not found rest in the Christ you are speaking about, then you have not found him. At the end of the day, the miracles of Moses were not enough. None of them entered his rest. Even Moses himself did not enter the promised land. How many more miracles have you seen? How many more miracles have you received? And your heart refuses to be satisfied. You're still looking for more. Haven't you figured it out that Canaan was never about the miracles? Canaan itself is the miracle. Haven't you figured it out that those who trusted in the miracles don't pass the waters of Meribah? Haven't you figured it out that it's about complete trust in him, with or without a miracle? Haven't you figured it out, O mortal man? Haven't you figured it out, O daughter of a mortal, that the more the miracles is proof that there is unbelief? Go everywhere there is belief, then there are lesser miracles because they already believe. Why are you worshipping the sun, making the holiness of God about a day which comes once in a week, when God has sanctified all days? You are the church. The church is not a building. The church is not built with bricks. Christ did not die for bricks. Christ did not die for mortar. Christ did not die for pulpits. Christ died so that you can become his church. He lives in you. And in you, every day is a holy day, not just a Sunday. Which prophet can you quote from the Torah, from the Tanakh? Which prophet can you quote under the watchful eye of a sharp man like Moses, under a watchful eye of a high priest like Aaron, yet they still bow down before gold? Ezekiel, rise and tell them that the time has come for the shepherds to be judged. They are divining with money. They can never say any word except you pay them. They feel like my sheep is a burden unto them. And indeed you have become a burden because they have equated the work of God to a job. How dare you equate the work of God to a job?